Hey guys, it's Daniel, Arms Family Homestead. So one question I've been getting a lot lately on my YouTube channel through subscribers and on videos and things. Most of you know I'm in law enforcement. I mean, that's no secret, and I don't mind people knowing that. But one question I've been getting a lot is where do I stand on the Second Amendment, and do I carry a weapon off duty? First off, let me say, if you haven't seen the video, um, several months ago I did a video with me and my wife. I took her out shooting, kind of talked about those subjects, home protection, personal safety issues type things. So go back and check it out. I'll put a link in the description below to that video, and you can go watch it after you finish this. But as far as do I carry off duty, absolutely, I carry a gun off duty. I think it's very important in law enforcement because I never know who I'm going to run into, who I'm going to be dealing with. You know, living in a small town, small community, it's not uncommon to run into somebody that I arrested. So I feel like it's important for me to be able to protect my family when I'm off duty, because you never know when I'm going to meet somebody or run into somebody that has an issue with me. Okay. Secondly, where do I stand on Second Amendment and the concealed carry permits? Hey, in Oklahoma, we're all for it, guys. Everybody here's got a gun. You go to church and every grandma, aunt, uncle, everybody got a gun in there. As long as you go through the training and you follow the laws in your state, I'm all for it, guys. I'm all for it. Oklahoma's got a law set up now to where it's not just a concealed carry law, it's an open carry law. So you can legally, if you go get the license and go through the training, you can open carry a sidearm on your hip, walk in Walmart with a gun on your hip. Now, I'm not all for that. Personally, I'm not going to do that. Off duty, I'm not going to carry a gun on my hip where everybody can see it, because then you start dealing with, safety issues and what kind of weapons retention training have you had? What kind of weapons retention holster are you carrying? You know, if you're checking out at the gas station buying a pop and somebody comes up behind you and takes that gun away from you, that's a bad deal. So, that's your discretion. If you want to carry open carry and your state allows for it, that's up to you. I'm not a big supporter of that, but I'm not going to condone anybody that does. As far as from a law enforcement side of things, how do we view things? How do we see things? I can't speak for everybody. Can't speak for anybody in another state. But for instance, a couple days ago, I was working on the interstate and stopped a car for speeding. This is how it should have worked. If you've got a concealed carry permit, or you're interested in one, or you have questions about it, this is how this scenario should work. As I'm walking up to the car, the guy's got both hands on the steering wheel, and he never moves his hands, and he says, "Hey, I just want to let you know, if you'll look right next to my right leg, there's a pistol in between the seat and the console." I look down, and there's a pistol right there. And I say, "Okay, do you have your driver's license and everything?" He says yes, and he gives me his driver's license and his concealed carry. Well, in Oklahoma, it's a handgun permit, and no issues, no big deal. And I don't have a bit of problem with that. As long as you follow the laws and you do what you're supposed to on a traffic stop, it'll go smooth. Now, sometimes we may want to separate people from their weapons. If he's got a gun sitting right next to him, we may say, "Okay, well, that's no big deal. Just step out of the car, and we'll handle our business, on the side of the road, to where there's no stress of that gun sitting right next to his leg." And like that situation worked out just fine. And that happens all the time here in Oklahoma, because so many people do have a handgun license. So my standpoint is, if you feel it's needed to protect you or your family or your property, and you're comfortable with it, do it. Get the training, go for it. No one says you've got to carry it on your body all the time. You can carry it in your vehicle, whatever makes you feel safe. I think in today's world, the way our laws are written and the way things are, is perfectly legal in most states. I don't know every state law, but as long as you get the training, certification, and you're comfortable with it, go for it. I'm all for it. Just remember, if you come into contact with law enforcement, make sure you tell us. Make sure that's the first thing you say. Hey, put your hands on the steering wheel or whatever it is, and say, "Hey, I've got a weapon in the car, or I've got a weapon, on wherever it is on your body or anything." Just let us know, and we can work with it. We can work through it. Because hey, here's the way I see things. I would much rather walk up on a car with somebody and they say, "Hey, I've got a handgun license or a concealed carry permit, and I have a handgun in the console." than I had walk up on a car with somebody who doesn't tell me they have a weapon, or they're trying to hide it from me. And you're dealing with a bad guy. Then basically you're just dealing with a guy that's trying to hide it from you. And I'd much rather deal with somebody who's on my side than somebody who's going to try to hide it from me. So hey, from a law enforcement perspective, from my perspective in law enforcement, I'm all for the concealed carry handgun license, if that's what makes you happy. So I hope this helps, guys. If you have any questions, post them in the comments below. Like I said, I carry off duty. I carry right now a Smith & Wesson Shield, the M&P Shield 9mm, and I love it. It's a small handgun that's easy to conceal, and like I said, I always try to keep it concealed. I don't need everybody knowing I'm carrying a gun around. Don't care to let them know. So anyways, if you have any questions or anything else you'd like me to address a little farther, just post them in the comments below. Just let me know what you think, guys. What are your thoughts there? Any positives or negatives that I didn't cover in this video about concealed carry, open carry? Let's talk about it. Give me your thoughts, guys. Let me know. All right, y'all have a great day. Thanks for watching.